What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. Manchester United are back in action in the Premier League. Matchday 6 up against Brentford at the Gtech Community Stadium. 12:30 p.m. kickoff tomorrow and manager is Keith Andrews. So in terms of last season head to head at home, Man United did win 2-1 in October 2024, but away from home last season we lost 4-3 in May 2025 near the end of the season. So yeah, in terms of last season under Thomas Frank, they finished 10th in the Premier League, which is a decent season by their standards. You know, it was a good season by them. They won a total of 16 games, drew 8, lost 14, scored 66 goals, conceded 57, and finished with a goal difference of +9. So of course, last season they did have a better season than United, and that was mainly due to the goals of Wissa and Mbumo and Kevin Schade. So obviously two of them have left now. But yeah, in terms of some insights for the match, let's get into some insights for the match. So yeah, Brentford have won 2 of their last 3 home Premier League games against Manchester United, drawing 1, as many as their first 6 home league matches versus the Red Devils beforehand. After their 4-3 defeat in May, Manchester United could lose back-to-back league meetings with Brentford for only the 3rd time, after previously doing so in the 2nd tier in December 1934 and top flight in February 1937. And since Manchester United won 3-1 away at Brentford in January 2022, the home team has won 6 of their last 7 Premier League meetings between Brentford and Manchester United, with only 1 being a draw. Between February 2020 and January 2022, Manchester United won 13 Premier League games without a defeat in London, winning 8 and drawing 5. Since then, they've lost 15 of 24 visits to the capital, winning only 3 and drawing 6. And finally, the Manchester United are winless in their last 7 away Premier League matches, drawing 2 and losing 5 since a 3-0 win at Leicester in March. The Red Devils last had a longer run without an away win between March and October 2019, with that was 8 games. So in terms of our Premier League record away from home, it's not great. Even in London, it's not been great, and we are winless in our last 7 away Premier League matches since that win at Leicester in March last season. So it's not looking too good for United in terms of our away form. Hopefully that can become better tomorrow. In terms of some recent form for Brentford, Brentford are coming away with a 3-1 defeat to Fulham last week, but in the EFL Cup 3rd round they did manage to beat Aston Villa 4-2 on penalties. They drew against Chelsea at home. They lost to Sunderland. They beat Bournemouth in the 2nd round of the EFL Cup, and they beat Villa earlier on in the season. And on the first day of the season, they did lose to Nottingham Forest. So in terms of league position, Brentford are 17th. They've won 1 game, drawn 1, lost 3. They've scored 6 goals and conceded 10, and they've got a -4 goal difference and they're sitting in 4 points in 17th position. So you know, with a win, they could move on to level with points with Manchester United, who sit in 11th position with 7 points. In terms of Brentford's team news, Reece Nelson and Gustavo Gomez are out. So in terms of how I expect Brentford to line up, this is how I'm expecting Brentford to line up. Kelleher in net, of course. Coyote, Van der Berg, Collins, Pinnock and Lewis Potter making up the 5 at the back. Yarmolenko, Henderson, Damsgaard making up the 3 in midfield, and then Thiago and Schade making up the 2 up front. So obviously they're going to be playing that 3-5-2 formation, but they are missing some. Over the summer they did lose a couple of key players to their starting 11. Most notably, they did lose Norgard to Arsenal. Of course, they lost Bryan Mbumo to us, United. They lost Johan Wissa to Newcastle as well, and then finally they did lose their manager as well, Thomas Frank, to Spurs. So in terms of how they like to play, in possession, attacking with the ball, and they like to be direct and vertical. Brentford under Andrews are aiming for elaborate, they're not aiming for elaborate possession. There is more emphasis on being effective, vertical and exploiting transitions, forward passes, long balls when appropriate, and quick moves. They also like to use throw-ins as an attacking weapon, a distinct tool, long throw-ins. Brentford under Andrews create a lot of create a lot from them. They aren't just relying on headers from tall players. Smaller players often get involved as well. The throw-ins are flat, near post flicked on oriented, designed to create chaos in the box. Transitions and counterattacks, when they win the ball, there's a push to exploit the opponent's unbalanced state. The attacking transition is important, releasing players into space using the pace of Kevin Schade, players like Kevin Schade. Set pieces in attack, not just defending. Brentford are good. Brentford get good expected goals from set pieces under Andrews. They view them as a deliberate source of marginal gains, and they are adaptive and tactically flexible as well. So Andrews has shown a willingness to change during games. For example, against Chelsea, making formation tweaks or using long throw-ins or set pieces late on to try and force a result. Of course, in the final third, they're going to be underlining overlaps, underlaps, and getting many players in the box as well. So defending without possession, they are compact and structured. Andrews has emphasized defensive organisation. The team tends to sit in a disciplined shape, especially when under pressure, to deny space through the middle. Pressing goal kicks and set piece situations. One of Andrews' early hallmarks, Brentford press aggressively when opponents take goal kicks. They try to block off passing lanes, especially into deep midfielders or the number 6 positions, and force the opponents towards flanks or into long kicks as well. Intensity, work rate, and team shape. Players are expected to be selfish out of possession, pressing, tracking back, and contributing to the defensive effort. In matches versus like Aston Villa, they drop deep, defended with intensity, making it uncomfortable for the opponent. Set piece defending, given Andrews' background as set piece coach, Brentford are strong here. They conceded very few from corners last season, just 2, and use a hybrid zonal man marking system in defending set pieces as well. So an uncomfortable place mindset. Andrews wants Brentford's home ground to be difficult for visitors. High intensity, defensive resilience. This includes tactical tweaks like bringing players back, being compact through the lines, and making transitions difficult. So in terms of Brentford's star man, I'm going to have to say it's Kevin Schade. He's very dangerous in and around the box. Last season, he did get 11 goals and 2 assists in the Premier League. So he's one to be looking out for. Hopefully we can keep him quiet. So in terms of Manchester United, we are coming away with a really good victory against Chelsea last week, 2-1 at home. Really good victory against Chelsea. Obviously, it was helped that Chelsea did go down to 10 men in the first half, but things did level up in the second half, and even though we conceded a goal in the second half, largely Chelsea weren't too much of a threat and we defended really well. Even though Chelsea did have a lot of the ball in the second half, it was a little bit concerning that, when we did go down to 10 men, we conceded so much of the ball to Chelsea, but that is a little bit concerning. Hopefully that can improve. Obviously we're at home. I want us to be dominating possession, but yeah, in terms of United team news for this match, Martinez, Malacia, Ahmad, and Mazraoui are out. Mazraoui picked up a knock last match, so he's out until after the international break, I think, and Ahmad is out due to a bereavement in his family. So obviously the club is supporting Ahmad in this difficult time. So in terms of Manchester United's starting 11, this is who I've gone with. Of course, I'm recording this pretty late. It is 9:30. It is 9:30 right now, so I'm recording this pretty late. I do record these pretty late as well, simply because I can pick my team out, or I know who's out injured, or so I can get updated team news from Ruben Amorim's press conference. So yeah, in terms of United's 11, this is who I've gone with. This is my preferred, not predicted. So I want Lamens to start in net, but I think Ruben Amorim is going to go for Bayinde. A back three of Euro, De Ligt, and Shaw. I think Euro was unlucky to lose his place in the starting 11 against Chelsea. I think he was on the bench for Maguire, but hopefully he does come back in, because I think his pace is going to be useful against the likes of Kevin Schade, who could be dangerous on the break. Then a four in midfield of Dalot, Mainu, Fernandes, and Dogu. Casemiro is out suspended because he picked up a second yellow against Chelsea. Hopefully we see Kobbie Mainoo. I want to see him ahead of Ugarte simply due to that ball playing ability that Kobbie Mainoo has. And then obviously Fernandes and Dogu making up the other two in midfield. Then finally a front three of Mbeumo, Cunha and Sesko. Cunha did play a couple of minutes against Chelsea. Hopefully he is fit enough to start this match. I think I want to see our front three, I really want to see our front three play more minutes together, build a relationship going forward. Hopefully they can score a lot of goals because they did get a couple of goals last season playing for their respected clubs. In terms of United star man, I'm gonna have to say it's Bruno Fernandes. I mean, he was man of the match last week against Chelsea. He creates the most chances for us. We rely on him the most, like I keep mentioning, and also I think he has created the most chances in the Premier League as well. Let me just make sure that is the case. I think he has created the most chances. Let me just check. Bruno Fernandes this season has created the most chances in the Premier League. He's created 15 chances, and he's creating chances from that deep lying defensive midfield position, which just goes to show how much of an impact he has and how much of a loss he would be even if he wasn't playing. I think we would suffer if he wasn't playing, and even in that defensive midfield position. I think last season in the Premier League he created 91 chances. He created more chances than Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer created 89 chances in the Premier League last season, and Mohamed Salah, he created 89 chances as well. So Bruno Fernandes created more chances than Cole Palmer and Salah last season, and this season he is leading the way for chance creation as well, with 15 chances created in the Premier League so far. So in terms of how do you beat Brentford? So first of all, I think what Man United should do in possession is use width and overlapping fullbacks, stretch Brentford wide to pull their compact defensive structure out of place, then whipping crosses into the box, especially towards the far post, for the likes of Sesko to get onto. United can exploit any mismatches there, particularly with aerial threats or good timings. Like I mentioned, Sesko is a really big aerial threat, and we saw that against Chelsea as well when he won that flick on for Mbeumo to go through, and then obviously Sanchez came out and took out Mbeumo and got the red card. And then number 2, build through the midfield, control tempo. If United can dominate in the midfield, force Brentford to retreat, they'll reduce their capacity to counter-attack. That means good pressing in midfield and being patient when Brentford sit deep, probing for openings. Bruno Fernandes or whoever is in the creative role will be the key. Hopefully Kobbie Mainoo is in that position as well. Bruno Fernandes and Kobbie Mainoo. Hopefully we see that midfield double pivot. Number 3, quick transitions when they commit players forward. When Brentford get forward or commit numbers, United should look to exploit the space in behind with pace. Counter-attack sharply, whether via wingers or through balls behind the defence. Number 4, be dangerous from set pieces and dead ball situations. Since Brentford are strong here too, United need to both defend cleanly and attack well from such situations. Corners, free kicks, maybe throw-ins, use tall players' movement and variation. And number 5, rotate or vary attack patterns, changing the point of attack from left to right, using overloads on one side, switching play, making the front players interchange positions to unsettle marking schemes. This will help break down Brentford's compact shape. So defensively, out of possession, we need to limit the space behind the fullbacks. Brentford like to send wide players or wing backs forward, so United should ensure fullbacks don't get dragged too far out. Stay alert at far post crosses. Don't get ball watching, mark runners. I think this season we have been a little bit poor from crosses. We saw against Arsenal that corner that we conceded for the first goal of the season. And then against City as well, we let Foden run free into the box. So hopefully stay alert from crossing situations, mark runners at the back post and just mark runners in general. Prevent easy turnovers in dangerous zones. Brentford are good at counter pressing. United must manage their possession carefully. High press at the right times. Brentford press early sometimes, especially in certain transitions. United can mirror that. press their centre-backs or midfielders early, force mistake or hurried passes, especially when Brentford are trying to build out from the back. So that's in terms of how you beat Brentford. In terms of the league table, let's take a quick look at where we are in the league table. So Man United are in 11th position. This is our first chance in a long time that we can go back-to-back Premier League wins for the first time under Ruben Amorim. We haven't won back-to-back Premier League games under Ruben Amorim since he's been appointed. So this is a really, really good chance, especially for not just for 2 Premier League wins in a row, but 3 Premier League wins in a row, because after Brentford, we do have Sunderland at home. So hopefully we can get 3 points against Brentford tomorrow, and that would put us up onto 10 points, possibly breaking up into the top half of the league. But if Brentford do pick up 3 points against us, then they would be level on points with us, and hopefully that isn't the case. So in terms of my score prediction, you know, I am going to be a little bit pessimistic, because I was pessimistic against Chelsea as well. I just don't have the confidence to back this Manchester United side at the moment, because I've not seen enough of them to have this confidence that we can get back-to-back wins. So I am being a little bit pessimistic. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Brentford win. Hopefully I'm proven wrong. You know, I really want us to win. I'm going for Sharda to score a 2 and then Sesko to score 1. And right now, I just don't have the confidence to back this Man United side to get the job done. We've not got back-to-back wins under Ruben Amorim. And I doubted them against Chelsea. I doubted United against Chelsea, and we got the job done. Hopefully they prove me wrong again. I want to win, of course, but I'm preparing myself for the worst to avoid disappointment. So that's my score prediction. And like I said, hopefully I'm proven wrong. This is a really, really good opportunity for us to get back-to-back wins, and then go on to 3 Premier League wins if we can win against Sunderland as well. So yeah, hopefully I'm proven wrong, and hopefully Manchester United do pick up the win tomorrow. And yeah, if you enjoyed this preview, leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you after the match.